This is our podcast on the effect of immigration on the economics in America in 1870 to 1910 by Anna, Carmen, Ben, and Alex. The increases in immigration caused more urbanization. Upon arriving to the United States around 1870, some immigrants became captains of industry and found a great deal of wealth in migrating over. Many immigrants, however, were of the working class. It used to be that skilled workers were always in demand, and they could negotiate their wages with their employers in order for them to keep their jobs. With more and more machines being utilized in the Gilded Age, however, now anyone could be taught how to operate machinery. Employers no longer cared if workers left their jobs because they were interchangeable. Because the machinery industry was growing and economics were booming. More and more innovation occurred in this time because more and more people could work on the newly invented machines. Workers, many of whom were immigrants, were interchangeable. This stabilized America's economy because there were so many lower-class workers to fall back on, should others become injured or quit. By 1910, the share of immigrants and their children in total labor force increased by almost 80%. Immigrants were the hardest workers generally because they had so much to prove by coming to the United States, creating a strong base for Americans.
In response to unjust wages and working conditions, laborers formed unions and organized strikes. These would undoubtedly disrupt the economic system that was so booming at the time due to urbanization. Working hours were decreased as a result in order to keep things flowing. American workers were worried that immigrants were going to take their jobs away from them. Economic competition ensued, especially in the 1870s, when Chinese workers came in, worked diligently and cheaply, and employers were wary to hire anyone else. With this came a hatred between races due to this economic competition. By 1910, there were probably around 15 million immigrants in this country. Thanks to the Gilded Age and immigration, the economy rose drastically.